Alright, y'all. My name is Wallace. I am a flippin' sad boy vampire guy. I've got the. I made a video earlier about having to do my freaking meet with my lawyer guy friend, dude. That's our relationship, guy friend, dude, lawyer guy, and we're meeting earlier than expected today. And like today, it's gonna rain. So like today it developed into like me just being depressed and sad, and I'm like, fuck today, because it's like it's not. It's a beautiful day, it's just gonna rain later on. I'm fine. It probably won't be too bad to me with my lawyer, you know, and like I'm fine. But I'm like, my situation right now, how I feel is just like all of these. I feel like all of this like energy to go do stuff, and I'm just like, nah. The correct choice right now is for me just to like lay down and pretend like I'm sick, because I'm basically sick. Like, or should I say, I just need to chill. Be good for me. But while I've got some downtime, uh, I could talk about my feelings. I could talk about something I thought about regarding being in love, and being in love in the past with women, and who I don't see anymore, know anymore. You know. Anyways, start off talking about how I feel. Like, it's like, it's complicated because I've got the whole vampire energy inside of me, and like I'm also a very energetic person, but I'm in a weird conflict with myself because I just want to be alone. Like there's that feeling inside where I'm just like, man, I know I can break out of it, and that's what it is. I think it's like that energy inside of me is meant to like break out of that wanting to be alone feeling, and it's there, but it's just like I'm just sitting or laying down, and I've got all this energy ready to just like get me out of bed and move in quick, and you know, I'm just like, nah. If I feel this way, there's a good reason. I feel like I'm going through like a growth change. It's like a couple things in my life where I'm just like, I I know affected me, my body and my biology. And it's not a big deal. It's just what people do. It's just a people thing. And but it is kind of excruciating, to be sitting on all this energy inside of me. But it's all right. Uh, it's like my brain. I couldn't even say what my brain is focusing on right now. And that's how I know I've got a problem, because I've got all that like spiritual pressure shit. Being a vampire, being an alpha male, having people who love me, yada yada yada. It's just like all that spiritual shit. And I'm just like, I just want to hide. And I think that's part of it too. I just want to hide, not be out there today, because I do feel hurt inside. Not hurt by anyone in particular, but just like, uh, It might be love sickness, honestly. It might be a little love sick, also. To be honest, I am familiar with that and how that feels. So it's like a combination of feelings. Uh, I've been watching like videos. I'll talk about this. I'm just gonna talk about uncomfortable things while I'm feeling uncomfortable. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to myself right now. I'm just gonna say it. I've been watching videos on just like videos on Instagram or whatever. I'm on Instagram, so Instagram mostly like they're basically like TikTok videos, you know, and just like watching people, different people doing like some crazy shit, cool shit, whatever. How like it makes you think about yourself and like you reflect on yourself, and I'm not sure that's a good thing for me. I'm like, but I'm like, oh, whatever. But it's like, well, it makes me feel more like unique who I am, because I know I've got different cultures inside of me, like that I've been a part of growing up and all that. But it's like, oh, I really don't care. But I'm gonna pretend like I care. Think about, try to look at it from this person's perspective, or just enjoy like these freaking videos or whatever. And I'm like, that's great. And I'm like watching like videos on Netflix where it's like, oh look, the hero is doing some shit. Oh, it makes me reflect. It makes me want to like think about that shit. I'm just like, I don't care. I think that's my current condition, is just like feeling without powering up, like without going all blah 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 blah. I'm just like just feel kind of sick. And part of me is grateful that it is going to be a rainy day, but it is difficult for me just to stay home, even though I want to stay home. So it's weird. I mean, I can tell like from my behavior that I do want to be left alone. Uh, it's like one of those things I want to like get. You ever feel sick and you're just like, I want to not, just want to get it done with, just like I don't want to be sick anymore. That's how I feel. So it's like just like being lovesick, I guess. And like the whole like thinking like a warrior, like fuck everything, just gotta get this done, yada 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 yada, and then deal with the consequences of my body later. That's what it is. I realize it's like these are the consequences. You know what I mean? Just my body is just like not so much physically, but it's just like it's that sickness. I'm like fuck. I think it's partially why I want to keep moving. I don't want to be still. And like I am a vampire, but like it's daytime. And what I mean by that is that I I don't really feel. I don't know if it's because the vampire inside of me is just not wanting to help me, or is helping me by allowing me to feel. But now I'm feeling, and I feel like I've got a heart, but I feel like it's covered in something, but it's still there. And I'm like, man, sometimes I wish I. At times like this, it's like I enjoy the the suffering. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it in a certain way, but I'm like, I definitely got to talk because I don't want to like just be laying down or sitting still and not being aware of what's going on. That's I want to know what the problem is so that I can deal with it properly. So I can try to get through it properly. But no, this is generally, from my experience, just like love sickness and growth. And I think about it from like, it's just life, it's part of life. When people go through things, or I am going through things like that whole like bankruptcy thing. It's a thing. And I'm like, part of me feels guilty, and like I'm feeling all these feelings right now, and it's really obnoxious. Why can't I just go numb and be a vampire? But no, it's like I know I'm not thinking about everything. I'm trying not to make excuses because I'd be like, oh, this I'm doing all these things, trying to do these things, and there's other people and blah blah blah. Make it complicated, but no, I don't want to make excuses on this. I just want to let my body just like spaz out. Like I feel like right now, like the energy inside of me is just like spazzing out. It's like my body's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm feeling sick." It's like, "No, you got superpowers. You got supernatural shit. You can break out of it. Why are you just?" I'm just like, because it's probably good for me, and you know, and I have this thing I have to go to in like 30 minutes to an hour. I could head out, and it's like, no, man. See, this is a problem with being a supernatural dude and having different like versions of yourself and transformations. Because it's like when I'm in the wrong transformation, if you will, if I'm just like feeling like I am, I'm just like complaining. It's like part of my brain's just like, oh, it don't make no sense. But I'm just like, no, it do make sense. It's just I'm not thinking about everything right now. I'm just trust me. Just trust me that there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of shit I'm not thinking about right now. So just lay down, just relax, try to, and just suffer through it. This is the right choice. Just trust me. I'm like, all right, all right. Like touching my feelings and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, I hate this. Hate this shit. Why do I gotta have feelings, man? Why I got? Why I gotta be like this? Like when I go supernatural, go superhero shit. Fucking feelings? Are you serious? Like no, you're an idiot. You're flipping. You're flipping dumb. You don't realize that there are other things, and you got to do things differently, and you're still human. And you know, talk about your feelings. Uh, I'm just like cringing and shit, but now it's good for me. And like part of me is like, if I do this, I'll be better prepared, and I'm just healing my body, and I'll be better capable when I'm doing other shit. And just like, and all of that's just trying to make myself feel better. It's just stupid. It's true though, you know, but whatever. Oh god. I am in spiritual emotional pain though. That's why I look like this. That's why I'm like this. Oh. It's like one of those things I've learned about like being sober. Used to be an addict, drugs and alcohol and all that shit. And it's one of the things I've learned is that it's like you gotta, even though there's relief out there, you know, there's medicine, if you will. It's like fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. There's a reason why, you know, I've got this toughness inside of me, you know, and I'm not with the ability to not. It's like it's the whole free will thing. I've got the choice, you know. I've got the choice to stay single, stay sober, stay blind to a lot of different things. And there's a reason so that I can suffer and grow. But, but fuck that shit. But no, it's necessary. It's freaking necessary. So I'm just fighting myself. I feel like I'm fighting that vampire inside of me too. It's like I feel like I'm just laying here, but I feel like there's a person inside of me that's just like making fun of me constantly. You ever sit somewhere and you're just trying to like deal with shit, and there's like a person who's just like making fun of you the whole time, just like that's what I feel. That's what the vampire's doing right now, just freaking making fun of me. Uh, uh, anyways, and the thing I want to talk about the whole like having I wanted to talk about like you know I have loved people in the past and I think about them and it's whatever, but I should still talk about it. It's still a thing, right? It's like you think about people, remember people, it's gonna affect you. So why do it? It's because to me, it's not that I can't help myself. It's like it reminds me of like trauma. You know, it's like you think of trauma, and it's like I know how to deal with it. You talk about it. You know, you talk about it, and you try to get it off your mind. You talk about certain things, joke around, creative storytelling. You know, talk to other people, whatever. Get embarrassed, feel small and insignificant, and like you're a dumb dumb and you just let that out of you because that's what it is. It's just emotional trauma. Just hold on to that shit for some reason. Part of me thinks it's just because I'm badass, but it's like it's just stupid. I was like, oh, look at this nice memory I have. Like I remember like sitting in a car. I remember looking out the window and it reminds me of one of my ex girlfriends. And I'm like, oh, how sweet. Let me hold on to that painful memory. I don't even remember why. I don't remember any of that shit. It just unlocks memories of like that person. It's like, wow, how great, how useful. It's like I hold on to it just as like a freaking masochist. Just like enjoy torturing myself. I'm just like, oh, do I feel like being sad? I'm just gonna hold on to that memory. But it's whatever. And I know it's part of growth that when you or you're going through, you're doing something, and you're like, you no longer need something, so you move on to the next thing. That's basically what I'm complaining about. It's like I don't uh, need that bullshit. I don't need that bullshit thought, you know. And part of me is like, well, kind of like have memories, you know. Almost, I guess in a way, it's like a warning that, you know, like, hey, you know, I get my feelings hurt, you know, or get, you know, bad situations, you know. The reality is it's complicated because I'm like, it's like, yeah, that's true, but you know, I can go supernatural, and that's not true. So it's like, it's true, but it's not true, and I just get irritated because I feel stupid. But no, I do feel like that is legitimate reason, you know, because like right now, you know, just times like these, you know, it's like there's no point in being like this is how I know I'm doing a really good job at blocking things out because I'm like, there's no point in being a supernatural creature right now. I'm like, well, that's clearly ridiculous. Like, what is? There's no point. What? No. What? What? Yeah, you know, I'm just trying to lay down and be sad. Like, like I just realized myself. I'm just like, well, I'm just psychotic and delusional. But yeah, sure, sure. There's no point. Just hold on to that those sad memories that make you shy away from opportunities. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and tell yourself that. Tell yourself it makes sense. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video there. I'm starting to get old. You tell I'm grumpy. Anyways, y'all, I'm fine. Just feel like I'm suffocating on the inside, but that's fine. It's probably good for me. It's gonna change my perception, increase my humility, and all those are good things. So, all right, I'll appreciate y'all for watching. Bye.